Any questions? Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to the movies on a Sunday. It's very, very cool that you came. I know it's weird. It's a bit weird coming to watch a television program with other people, but I feel like this is it, right? This is community. We're bonding. There's a couple of microphones. There's one over there and one over there. If you do actually genuinely have a question, please walk up to the microphone and take the initiative yourselves. This will not be controlled by anyone in the venue. So run up, take the mic, do whatever you need to do. And then I'll answer a couple of questions. We don't have too much time, but the good people of Dynasty Typewriter will tell me when to shut the fuck up, I imagine. And the next show will come in. But again, you guys are very cool. Is there anyone over there? Yeah. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, my name's Peter.
Hey, Peter, what's up?
Nothing much.
What's...
Yeah, so my question...
is that your question? Thank you, Peter. What's your name?
Hi, thanks.
Okay. What you got for me, Petey?
I was wondering, which country's audience do you think is more receptive to your type of, comedy?
Which country is more receptive to my comedy? Well, you know what? It's funny because I just did a tour across the UK and Europe, and the audiences in the UK were fucking amazing. But I'm back here now, so you guys are the best.
Cool, thank you.
And you know, I was doing like theatres in the UK, like larger rooms, but this week I'm going back into clubs, into comedy clubs, which is always super cool because people are much closer and there's a bit of more sort of wacky intimacy that goes on. So I'm excited to be back in the clubs. Don't clap that. Next question. Is there someone over there?
Yes. Hi, my name is Frank.
Hello, Frank.
So for my question, one of my favorite videos that I first saw you do was that whole Morgan special story. I was curious, what was your inspiration for that?
For the Morgan story?
Yeah.
A deadline. I literally wrote the Morgan story very, very close to the show opening, and I needed a story to prove. If you haven't seen the show, it's from a show called Randy Writes a Novel, and the whole idea was about whether or not art is art, whether it's blah, 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 fucking whatever. But I needed a really clear example of something that if it existed, what if it didn't exist? And then I just sat down and spat that story out. It actually was very close to what it had nearly happened in real life. I did buy a bookshelf on Gumtree. I did go to a guy's house. This is true. He was called Morgan. He was fucking weird. It didn't end quite the way it ended. But I drew a lot from real life, whatever that is. Thank you, Francis.
Oh, no problem.
Does that answer that one? You! Is there someone there?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi, I'm Drew.
Hello, Drew.
It was kind of amazing being here the first, during the last time you were here.
Oh, did you see the show when I did it for the first time?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. And
there were so many more things. There were dancers.
And that's what I was wondering about.
Yes.
Basically, musical numbers, dancers,
yes.
basically.
The parents.
Yes.
My parents were in the show.
So basically.
True.
What was the evolution? Like, why did you choose to cut the things you did? And also.
Well, I cut stuff because it started to get. There was a whole other storyline in the show about Skinny Larry's self-storage in Culver City, California. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, there was a whole thing, but it just sort of it was two shows in one basically. I needed to stack it with some more gags and have less two stories running concurrently. So also. That wasn't getting laughs, you know? It's like, it's funny. You write stuff and you think it's amazing and then you put it in front of an audience and they go, not that bit. That bit's a bit shit. So they didn't make the cut. Yeah. I also have to have fun, you know? Like sometimes you say it 100 times, you're like, I'm not enjoying saying this at all, so you just cut it. Does that answer your question?
It doesn't. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Brittany.
Brittany.
So for a lot of your comedy career, from when you were with Sammy or your own shows, I noticed that you like to include musical acts into your shows. Not expecting you to do a whole Les Mis musical by any means, but have you ever thought of doing a musical-based show where you if so, what kind of theme would you want to do?
It's a great question. I haven't really thought about it. Me and Sammy J used to do full musicals, basically. You'd say a line and then launch into a song about it. I haven't thought about doing a musical. Maybe I should. Yeah! Okay, there's demand for it, Brittany. I'll do it. I don't know what I would do it about. Let me leave that one with me. I'll have a little thinky about that. There's got to be some good stories. I'll think of something good. What's that? Why are you purple? Why am I purple? That's the musical? That's a great, the origin story of the horrific industrial accident that led to my skin color. Let's do that. That's a great musical. All right, that's it. The musical, Why Am I Purple? You there.
Hello.
Hello.
So.
Is there long lines? Not really?
Kind of long.
Kind of
Five
long?
people
Okay,
each
let's
long.
keep going. Thank you, sir.
So from your first performance was here and the recording, do you have those scheduled at the same time? I guess this is kind of like a or logistics question about recording a special. Like, when do you schedule the time to record it versus the first time you perform?
Yeah, I don't really have the recording date booked at all until I've got the show to a place that I think it's worth putting on tape. So the shows in Brooklyn were added into the tour. They were kind of wedged in quite late in the tour once I was like, I think I should shoot this now, and we got it all together. I mean, that's not to say it was a last-minute thing. That was planned. There was a crew involved, availabilities and such and such. And that set, how cool is the set design? So all of that got built and stuff, but I didn't do the show here at Dynasty for the first time and go, okay, well, in 2 years' time, I know the date I'm going to shoot it. We sort of shoot it a bit, figure out that a bit later on. GIMMICK, the show I'm touring at the moment, I like this one. The new show's good. I'm already kind of trying to figure out when to shoot that, because that's kind of, it came out a little more formed than Banana. Banana was too squishy at the start. You there? Is that cool? Yeah. Oh, yes.
Hi. I'm sorry about your alien audition. Do you have any more wacky audition stories?
Oh, do I have more wacky audition stories? I think I told this in a show once. I took my shirt off for a commercial audition once. And I'm not, there were all these men in the waiting room who were all super ripped, and I was just sitting there, and I don't have any nipples. So it was humiliating, to say the least.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You there?
Hi, my name's
Oh,
Ray.
chicks to the front. What's going on? Too many.
No, I'm part of your demographic.
Okay, hit me. Yep.
My question was, do you prefer touring, or would you ever want to have like a residency in one spot?
Oh man, I love having a residency. I haven't done a residency for a long time, but I think, I absolutely love touring because there's so many different clubs in this country, particularly. So every city has a club and a theatre, and it's always so cool to roll into a new city and have people there who know your shit from the internet and come along. So, but there is something like dreamlike about the idea of coming to a theatre like this every night and not having to pack up my set every night. I did one off-Broadway season of Randy Writes a Novel in 20 whatever the fuck it was, and it was not well received, but it was still very cool. No, it's fine. I'm over it. I promise, I'm over it. But yeah, I'd love to settle into a theatre and just do a show every night. I'd worry I'd run out of people. There's kind of like a ninja quality to zipping into town, doing a show, and then fucking off again. You got to kind of get whoever's there at the time. It's quite a statement to go, I'll be here all month. Anyone? So, yeah.
All right, thank you. I'll see you in Irvine in October.
Yes, you will. You there.
Speaking of chicks, hi.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
My question is,
Yes.
in the bit where you're not really explaining the plot of Alien, were you the one doing the almost scream? How does that?
There is no AI involved in the making of this show. Yes.
Does that kill your voice?
No, well, actually, that was the take that made it. So we shot 2 shows in the one night. The first show's hit the cutting room floor, and the second show's the one that we used for the special. And by then, I was a little bit. There's some pauses. There's a few pauses in the. Usually,
Yeah.
I didn't pause, but I had to go. I was like. So yes, on that particular night, I was like, damn it, I'm filming it, and it's. But yeah, that's fun. That's fun to do. It's a cheap trick that I pull out
Yeah,
often.
because sometimes, like, on your other, like, specials, I've heard you, like, blow your voice out sometimes, and I'm like, how does he do that, you know, every
I just
night?
overuse the gimmick, basically.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Next question.
Hello, my name is Christian.
Hello, Christian.
This is my first time ever seeing you beyond like a few reels on Instagram. So
Oh, thanks. Thanks for coming. That's really cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if like what you do before comedy,
Nothing.
and then was
Next question.
and was comedy slash film always the dream slash goal?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I from when I was a little kid, I wanted to do something. I figured I'd end up doing something similar to this, hopefully, hoping to. And then I sort of fell into it and went, well, this is amazing. And I fucking love it so much. I think it's the most incredible, joyous privilege to just literally roll around the world in a soap bubble, just making people laugh. It's like I've hacked life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
May I have like just one last question?
Yes.
Was it always the goal with the puppet or with you how you are?
Next question.
Hi,
What you got?
My name is Patrick. You have such a great style of physical comedy. How did you find
Stop
that?
it, Patrick.
Yeah.
How did I what? How did I find it?
How'd you find that? It's
From
just-
watching silent movies. And yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
how is that a surprise? The origin of slapstick. Oh. And you know, I talk about Sesame Street, but obviously the Muppets and any other puppeteer. There are some puppeteers in the house tonight. Give it up for all the puppeteers in the house tonight. Yeah, any physical comedy, even animation. You know, I shit on the Minions, but they're fucking hilarious. Those little, just the comic timing. That sort of comic timing is, yeah, I just find it hilarious myself. And also, I like the fact that it can be a little bit sort of punk and not clean. You know, that there's like precision stuff. I like being like precise in my comedy, but sometimes just, you know, you can just, it's fun. It's fucking fun. Thank you. Next question. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marco.
Hey, Marco.
I hope I'm not being disrespectful by asking this, but like, does your arm ever get tired?
No, because it's held up with these rods. Next question. It's like doing breakfast radio. Hello there. What do you got?
Hey, my name is Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. How are you?
All right.
That's good.
Actually, first time seeing you like ever out of YouTube.
Oh, sweet. Thanks for coming out. That's really cool.
I was wondering, how often do you get approached in the street, and if you do you ever need protection? Because I am a bodyguard.
Are you really? You want to come on tour and look after me?
I would love to. Yes.
I've over the years I've worked on my incognito public persona, so I don't get approached very often at all. You'd be surprised, but yeah. Walking down the street, I just have a little mustache and a fedora. People ask me the time often. I look like someone who carries a watch, and I do. I have a pocket watch that I pull out, and I'm just like, it's 20 past the hour, my good man. Aren't you that? No. Does that answer your question? Sort of? That'll do. Thank you so much. Is there still more people over here? Yeah. What you got?
Hi, my name is Josh.
Hey, Josh.
So you have really great crowd work. I'm curious, when did you, how did you incorporate that into your comedy routine?
Oh, great question. I have always done crowd work. Usually there's what I do, pretty much in every show, there'll be a question that I ask an audience member, and I'll use it to springboard into a bit. I don't really I always go to the crowd at the same moment in the show, and it's usually to try to give me something that I use for a callback later, or to springboard into the next thing. And it's all, the origin of it for me is that it's fun, and I love it. I love talking to the people in the room, but also it's sort of that thing of like, what's a different way to tell this bit of the show, you know? So does that make sense? So like every chunk of the show, I try to look at it like, how should I tell this bit, and then find the coherent through line to make it all feel like a sort of one piece of thing. But with crowd work, it's always like, well, that's always a fun bit for me. It breaks the rhythm of the room. It breaks the audience apart a little bit. And then if you can take it and move back into the show and call back to it later, people are like, how did you remember that bit? So it's a bit of a magic trick, but it's fun. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Randy, sorry to interrupt. Looks like we have 2 people left.
2 people left.
And that'll be it.
Would that be it? That's great timing. This side.
Hi, my name's Karina.
Hi, Karina. How are you?
Good. So just a silly question to stay in the spirit of theme with bananas.
Yes.
I'm curious as to what you're currently blaming bananas for.
Oh, that's a great question. Currently blaming bananas. There are so many things to currently blame bananas for. The state of the world in general, I'd say, just on a broad brush stroke. I lost my keys. I lost my fucking keys to a rental car. So yeah, blaming bananas for that. And what else? Look, I just think the disparity, the disconnect. That's what I'm blaming bananas for. The disconnect. There's a disconnect. Do you feel it? Not right now. Thank you so much. That's a great question. I wish I had a funnier answer, but when you said blame bananas, I just went war, death, horrific. Straight my head just went the president. You know what I mean? Like, where do you go? Where else do you go? Ice. Fuck ice. Yes.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I think I'm the last question.
Hello, Sarah. Congratulations. You made it to the end. Yes. Sarah is the winner. Look, hang on, look. You can't have this, but I just realized it was on the floor. Come here, you little fucker. Is the Bananasaurus. Someone crocheted this for me. There you go, Sarah. Let's me and Bananasaurus will answer this last question.
My question for you is, I've been admiring, I was also at the last show the last time you were here.
Oh, sweet.
I've been admiring your wardrobe. I was wondering if any of, like the yellow suit, or any of your other wardrobe is custom made, or do you buy off the rack?
Amazing question. Sometimes it's custom made. The show GIMMICK that I'm doing at the moment, I'm wearing a red jumpsuit, and that one's custom made. The yellow suit, off the rack. Yes. Someone's applauding whoever made that child's costume. Yes. No, that's true. I sometimes what I'm wearing today is off the rack. I got this in fucking somewhere in Scandinavia. This little outfit, because they had to do a podcast and I didn't want to wear my red jumpsuit. So that's that question answered. But I love having custom-made ones. Look at this little guy. He's so special. Thank you so much for coming. Is that we're done? Yep. Sarah, thank you. Thanks everybody for coming and for sticking around to ask questions. Yes. What a treat. Yes. We did it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry. And my manager and producer Mark Gordon is in the house. Can we hear it from Mark Gordon, everybody? Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night.